Dodgeball.
Fall here with the guy for Nekketsu High School Dodgeball Club. Starting, you want to hit Y, then we want to go down to the bottom and go to the right, then hit Y again, then push B, then select the second guy and push B. Now here what you want to do is you want to run away. Let the ball drop and hit the wall, and if it's on your side unfortunately that you ran to, throw it away from you. But we just sit basically off the edge of the map and let the AI sort each other out. If the ball comes close to you, try and not get hit by it, because we don't want to lose any HP, or barely any. Sometimes it's good to pick up the ball and then throw it. It's near you, and then just run off to the other side of the screen. We have 10 minutes to get this achievement, so there's plenty of time to wait for the AI to kill a few of them before that we have to worry. Be aware of where you are, even though you're off screen. I know it's difficult. This is when I recommend making a save. And there isn't many left. So we can start getting involved to help eliminate them. So the trick is you want him at this green fence, and as you can see he's following me. To get him at the green fence, you throw the weapon there. It's a little tricky to do, but it's the easiest way to hit them, I found. So, for example, we'll run, we'll throw the ball, and he'll come after it, then we can turn around and throw it at him, and then we can retrieve it, and we can repeat that. As you can see, you just miss if you keep throwing it, but if he's at the green fence, we can catch the ball and keep throwing it. Sometimes we throw it the wrong way accidentally, but other times we can nail it like that, which can do a lot of damage. Sometimes he can catch it, and in those instances we need to move back a bit so that we can catch it back. But once he's finished and you've beaten all of them under 10 minutes and played as this character, you'll get Club Activity Master. Win club activities on hard using Koji in single player. Now back at the main menu, all you have to do is scroll up, keep it on hard, and push Y to start, and push B, and then we're in the match. So now, I found a tactic for this game. If you're at the foot of the player that's just above you there, on the other team, you can run by double tapping right on the D-pad, and then hit A just before the end line, and that'll get you a power shot. It's a little tricky to learn to do it all the time, but once you nail it down, you'll be able to get power shots constantly. And for this game, you want to do that because it's the simplest and the quickest way to beat the other dodgeball players. You can only control one character at a time, and it's whoever's closest to the ball. There'll be a few tactics I'll introduce to explain that. So when you've got the ball like that, you push B to throw it. That'll throw it to the person in the field. A to catch the ball like I am. It's a bit harder to catch special balls, as you can see, but if you time it just right, you can catch a special ball that they throw back. And the object is just to keep damaging them till they lose their health. A good tactic would be to save and load, so when you get a good hit with your special, you save it, and when you get a bad hit, you load. See, their special can do some pretty good damage too. And sometimes if you don't pick up the ball quick enough, they give it to their other people. So these guys have different specials too. The one guy, it's very slow, as you can see, easily caught. It can be very good to damage an opponent with. See, sometimes even a power shot doesn't happen. You can still get some decent damage of just a normal shot. He has the same ability as the other guy, but as you can see, it can be devastating damage. So that's that match done. So you push B to get to the next match, and we repeat the following steps. So save it when you're at the foot of their person at the top. You want the front foot, not the back foot. Then you run, and just before you hit the line, you throw it. And that should always give you a power shot. And after every power shot, and you take them out, and you get the ball back, I recommend saving it and doing it that way if you want to do it a solid method. I sometimes don't care if they catch it, and I have to wait to get it back and stuff. So sometimes I don't save it, and I just let it go. There's one match where no matter what you do barely any damage to the person, so I've actually sped up the footage on that one, just because the amount of damage you do is so little. It's not worth sitting there watching a proper non-fast forward of killing them. This is a relatively quick match if you can get good shots in with your power shots, but sometimes, as you'll see, they'll hide off to the sides, and it's hard because you've got to guess what side they're on. And see, sometimes they'll do a jump power shot. We can do that too. It's a little bit more difficult to try and do though, so I don't actually do that in the playthrough, except for one instance with the tough character I was mentioning to show you the difference in damage, and it is very minor. It is RB to jump, and sometimes you can do that to trick the AI, so you jump before you do a power shot, and as you saw, the AI won't get out of the way. It doesn't always work, but it's a good tactic I found occasionally, just to jump in the spot and then do the normal run that you would do. So this is the match with the tough character. No matter what you do to the opponent, just one particular opponent, you will only do 1 damage. The other opponents are easy to take care of. You do normal damage to them. I don't know whether it was a bug or intentional or something, but yeah, the one that just threw the ball is the strong character. I only ever did 2 damage to them, and that was when I threw a ball. So this is the tactic if you want your fast ball thrower. You set the other 2 behind them, and then you can run and use the fast ball over the slow ball. because you can only control which characters are closer to the ball. So if the ball's in a good spot in the court where their team members won't take it, you can set them behind your character to give it to a character you like. I did slow it down when I got the jump ones, just to show you the damage is not good after I sped up the footage. But it's just a simple running and throwing with A. There's no special tactic other than that. After every 8 footsteps is actually when the power activates, so that's why I worked out the foot to wall ratio so that we could get the 8 footsteps. As you can see, we're doing 1 damage to that person I mentioned. So this is where we sped up the footage. As you can see, that did 1 damage, and that was jumping in the air. Right here, jump and throw. And see, that did 2 damage. Just 2 damage. A special thrown air ball. And a normal air ball is 1 damage. Makes no sense. And then a special air ball with him, 1 damage. I don't know whether that character is bugged or what, but yeah, that's the only character you'll spend a while on, just because of the lack of damage we do to them. So I just figured it was easier if I fast forwarded the footage, so that way you didn't have to see me sit there for 3 minutes taking them out at 1 damage at a time. I threw the ball back, and then I do another one of those, and then I see a third one, and they catch it, unfortunately. And that's the final shot, finally. So now we can move on to stage 4. Again, same tactic, foot of the top player on the other teams, and then we can throw the ball. The best shots are the doubles and the triples because you get to damage more than one opponent. Can't always happen though, but it's nice when it does. But yeah, double tap right on the D-pad and then hit A and then B to throw it back. Simple, easy. Once you get the running down the strat that I've laid out, you can pretty much nail the fastballs all the time. And unless they catch them, it won't really mess with you too much. Remember to save it occasionally, or constantly, depending on how you want to do it. Because you can just save it after you get a power shot every time, or you can save it like I do. See, sometimes when you knock the opponent into the field of your other team members, they will grab the ball instantly. It's a great tactic sometimes just to do that. Because that way, even if they block the ball like so, you can get it back. It's not something you can really plan though, it's just something that sort of happens. And we got a twofer. So we hit B again, and we're on to the next team. So again, same strategy, double tap, and then A, power shot. Like always, I like to keep my saves in so that you can get a general idea of saving, when to save, and stuff like that. Again, as you can see, because the ball's in the middle of the court and they can't pick it up, I'm moving it so I can get the fast ball thrower. See, I'm going with the tactic of saving after every hit, just so I can get the match over quicker. Especially when they hide in corners and you miss them on a good shot. Sometimes the game can be stubborn about giving you the person you want. But that match is now over. So we're up to stage 6. Again, same strategy that we've been following. There's only one level that we have to change our strategy just a little bit. And it requires you to get used to something that's going to be a little bit difficult. But for now, we're just following the same strategy. Running, saving, hitting. And when we can, trying to knock it into the other teammates, so that way we can get the ball back and get another turn straight away. So I wanted to keep a load in to show you. And if you fail, you can just load it if you really want to, like that. Changes the outcome. You can also knock out the other dodgeball players, but it's kind of useless. I don't see the point in that. They don't have health, so you can't knock them out of the game. See, the same rules apply for our guys. They can't go under the mat and pick it up either. Okay, so this is Kenya, so this is definitely the level where you gotta get used to something new. So for this one, it freezes you in place when you're running, but 2 steps after that, you throw it, and you'll get the special. So I'll show that again. So you run, and then 2 steps, boom. And you'll always still get the special. It's a little bit trickier to get used to because you're not moving at the start, but you are still running in place. And I've worked out it's about 5 or 6 steps, and because you need 8, you still can't always get it because its timing is difficult, but when you can nail it most of the time, it'll still make this level much easier. Again, I'm doing my running tactic because they kept blocking me. Sometimes you can do that as well, where you can just do a really fast throw over a special, and that'll damage them a good amount. Again, find the tactic that works for you. I'm making suggestions and trying to give you tips and hints and stuff on how to do it, but you'll find what works for you while you're playing. Can be a very quick level if you learn how to take advantage of the dirt. And that's that much over. So now we're up to 8. 8 is US. Now, US has a little trick to it that is not fun, but we have to do it so that way we don't have to play an extra match. So with the US, we have to make sure we lose a player. But you don't want to lose a player straight away, of course. You want to damage and take out 2 players at least before you do that. And when we replay this on a normal difficulty, because currently we're playing it on hard, we have to do the same thing. And on normal difficulty, I'll show you a proper tactic to do it, because on hard it's way easier to get killed than it is on normal. Preferably, you don't want your fastball guy killed, but that's who they seem to have targeted the most when I was playing. That's why I'm allowing them to do damage and not save loading the damage. I still want my fast guy to take out 2 of them at least though before that happens. But if I can weaken him during the match so that he's an easier target to take out, that's what I will do. This will save us playing 1 extra match, so it saves us a bit of time. The extra match is shadow versions of yourself that you'll have to verse. if you're curious about what the extra match is. And right there I allowed him to be here just to take him out, even though we haven't finished off the second guy. I was confident in my abilities to take out the rest. And with that, the team is taken out. And you'll get number 1 Dodgeball team, cleared away League on hard. And now we can reset. Now we can move it over to medium, and then push Y first to start, and then B when we're on this next menu. And then I'm not going to talk because it's just the same strategy, save, load, power shots, and it's a little bit easier. Although right there I passed the ball because I hit B instead of A, so be aware of that. I'm going to talk when we get to the US match though, so I will see you then. Sudden fall back with the US match now. I wanted to show you the tactic, so we still need to get rid of a player so we don't have that extra match. And this time we don't want to get rid of our fast ball player. I only did that last game because that's who they kept targeting. I haven't decided who to get rid of yet. I think the Frankenstein guy is probably the best to get rid of. They both throw slow balls, so it doesn't really matter. But firstly, we want to just focus on taking two of them out again with fast balls. Almost gave that up. So I've taken out one player so far. And now we're taking out two. And that's the tactic. I threw the ball at him and then I moved away so that the Frankenstein guy would be hit. And he's close enough to steal the ball and he keeps going for the Frankenstein guy. And I keep shuffling the other guys into the corner of the thing. You have to throw the ball and then move away from it. And then he will throw it at that guy. And there you go, we have our victim on our team. So now we can take out the other guy. and win the match and not have to fight an extra team, saving us a little bit of time and effort. And that's the game. And now we can celebrate. Dodgeball champion. Clear away league on normal. So now we can push start, we can go to control menu, scroll all the way over, and then it'll get us master of control. Then we can go to settings, display settings, scan lines, and then change it and push B, and that'll get us CRT scan. Then we can go sound settings, reverb on, and that'll get us reverberation of sound, of retro sound. Then we return to the main menu and go to the settings on this menu. We go into individual settings, pick an avatar and push A. Then we can go into the background, change the background with right on the D-pad and push A to select. Then we can push B, go to online play. Then we can create a room, set it to only friends, create the room. And this will get you the achievement, show us what you've got. And then we've only got one left, which is the completion achievement. To get that, just close the game, relaunch the game. And upon the game loading, you will get the completion achievement. Congrats on your 1000G.